because it's trying. It's trying. It tried. It did it. We're live. Well, hello there, Coffee Time friends. How y'all doing? I didn't know he was going to get on or not. This is me, John, and this is Mama. Coffee Time with John and Mama. Mama's got me already doing chores. My chore board is out. And actually, I've already used my chore board before y'all got here. We've cut up potatoes. Mama did. We're having one of my favorites this evening for lunch today is pork chops, mashed potatoes, pork and beans. And just to make it more complicated and have something fun, I've been wanting to try a different cornbread. And that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to try a pimento cheese cornbread. It's got onions and whole kernel corn in it. Just give it a little bit of sweeten, but it's got every ingredient in it that we use in our pimento cheese. So that's the reason we decided to call it pimento cheese cornbread. So hold on just a minute. I don't have a recipe for it. It's just something I made up. I'm going to get this can opened. Mama, I guess we better drain this, or would you use the water?
No, not the water. Can you get the lid and I'll hold it?
Okay.
Give me the lid.
I'll leave it on there, Mama. And there's no sharp edges, so you won't have to... Whew.
I'll drain this.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, let me take you down here to my cutting board. How are y'all doing? Hello, Rebecca. How are you? Hey, Meredith. Hey, Preston. How are you? Sounds delicious. I hope it is. I hope this ain't one of those you go, oh, that. We'll tell you the truth. Now, that's one thing I'll tell you. We'll try stuff sometimes like this, but I'll tell you the truth on it because you can fix it. I don't want you wasting your ingredients. If we fix something we don't like it, we certainly will tell you about it, won't we, Mama?
Yeah. Ain't no sense of wasting more food.
Because this ain't perfection with Coffee Time. This is just coffee time. We don't do perfection. We won't be able to do perfection until we're gone from here. That's for sure. I'm going to use that little piece because that's the core. That's going to be... Well, look at Mama already. Mama, you going to wear your pretty outfit to cook in? You better put an apron on at least. You better put an apron on at least. Look at Mama. Ain't she pretty today?
Oh, black and white.
Black and white. I'm in navy and burgundy and green or something. I don't know what I would. Look at Mama.
Oh, quit putting me on the spot.
You look pretty, Mama, but you might want to put an apron on if you're going to get much cooking done. This is a medium yellow onion I'm going to put in there, and I just want that for a little bit extra onion flavor because I'm going to put some green onions in it, and we'll go through everything I'm going to put in it. I just got this on my mind. You ever get something on your mind? Actually, I got Mexican cornbread on my mind. I thought I'd like to have some Mexican cornbread, but I'd also like to have some with... someone had mentioned some green onion cornbread, and I thought, then I thought about Vidalia onion cornbread. I've already made that before, and I thought, that would be good too. You know how your mind just goes wild with you? Well, that's what mine was doing. I thought, all those cornbreads sound delicious, but none of them really sound like what I wanted. So I thought, I'd like to have some onion. But instead of just putting it on, my Vidalia onion recipe says just cut it and layer your skillet with it. Then pour your cornbread on top of it. And then you have that onion on the top. That's what mine says. So that's what I had kind of in my mind. And I thought, but I'd like to have some with onion down in it. So that's what I'm going to have. I'm going to fix this onion here. And I'm going to cut this up. I don't know how much. I'll tell you. I'll try to measure it. See, I'm making this up. So, it may be hard for me to tell you an exact quantity.
Yes, it's what else.
Oh, and here's the pork. Mama. Pork chops. Boneless pork chops. $4.41. Now, you talk about a deal. And that'll feed me and Mama 3 times. $4.41 will feed me and Mama 3 times. Look at that. Now, that's a deal. Those are pretty cuts, Mama.
I know it, and they're good and thick. Look how thick.
She's going to throw those in the Micro Pro Grill and have them done on both sides. She'll just sprinkle them with a little bit of...
I'm going to try to fix 4 of them and so we can have some later on.
Okay. That'd be fine,
suitable
Mama.
for you.
Well, suitable as it could be. Listen to her acting like she asked me stuff. She asked me stuff.
I do.
She's saying, you're going to eat these 5 pigs. So, can y'all see that? I think I can see you out, and it says, hey, friends. Hey, Valinda. Is it Valinda Moore? Hey, so I'm going to do the green onions. I'm going to do all of it. So this is going to be the bottoms, the tops. I want that green in that cornbread. Now I know for some of y'all say, I don't put green onions and onions in my pimento cheese. I don't either. Only reason I call it pimento cheese is I got to thinking about the ingredients I was going to use. And I thought, all those ingredients is what we put in our pimento cheese. So it's just kind of like having pimento cheese in it. But I'm not going to mix it that way, and I think that'll make a difference. That's a little piece of onion. You could easily call this green onion cornbread too, I guess. But there's several recipes online for green onion, and I've not followed none of them. So that's the reason I wanted to call it something a little different, just to distinguish it as, it's got some stuff in it, but it's got some different too. Now I'm not going to do all the green onions I've cleaned up here. You know how green onions get those darker leaves and stuff? Once they get that way, they're going to look to you like maybe you should just throw them away. Don't throw them away because every one of these look rough. These all look rough until I started cleaning them. Once you get down in there and you peel those layers of that onion back, there's some good eating still left in there. And you can peel that dead green off, and there's still some good green. These are store-bought. These are not from Mama's garden. But
I can get some that went from last year.
we've got some from last year. Oh, Mama, I forgot about them volunteers.
And then there's a few of those others getting a little bit.
Do you call stuff that just springs up in your garden volunteers?
Before I didn't get them all pulled up right.
We call them volunteers. Like you'll have volunteer potatoes sometime where the seed makes it all winter, all fall, makes it through the harvest and everything, and then the next year it comes up. So I'm going to tell you how much onion I have here combined with both green onion and regular onion. Mama, you think that's enough?
I'd say that's well over a cup.
I got the cup right here.
You got the cup?
You want to use your new one?
I believe I've got the cup.
Okay. Let's just see then, folks. We'll see what we got here. So combined with yellow onion and green onion both, I'm gonna have well over a cup. I believe. Look here, me making a mess. Mama will talk to me about that later. When you're cooking, don't make no mess. Don't embarrass me in front of my friends, she'll say.
Clean it up.
She'll say, don't embarrass me in front of my friends.
Clean it up real fast. Make a mess.
I hope y'all know. I think some of y'all got upset the other night whenever I said I was going to cook breakfast for Mama, and then I said it was April Fool's. I hope y'all know that 90% of what me and Mama carries on with is usually just joking around. Mama has never embarrassed me in front of my friends. I say that to her. She knows what I'm doing. It's just my way of cutting up a little bit. So don't ever think that Mama and John got into it, because we ain't. We ain't. Me and Mama don't ever argue or nothing, because I just do what she tells me to, and that works out pretty good. Truth. All right, we're going to call this, we're going to go ahead and call it a heaping cup of onions is what I'm going to use, folks. 1 heaping cup of mixed onions. This is yellow and green. Now, they're going to taste different, but that's what I'm putting in here. So now, I'm going to put 2 cups of cornmeal. Y'all can't see. I really am going to work on getting some better camera stuff. We need wider. We need different. Maybe I could use my computer. Some of y'all told me that. I'm going to try to listen. This is 1. Now, this will hold a cup. This is Mama's cup. Been in here for my whole life. And this is her old antique Tupperware we've used my whole life. She's got green. She's got orange. She's got yellow. She's got blue.
Your name get touched.
So there is 2 cups of cornmeal. And into that, I'm going to put a scant of, I ain't going to tell you how much because I don't know. I'll tell you right now. I'm going to put 1, 2 tablespoons of self-rising flour. Okay? Now, I'm going to add this cup of onions that y'all see me just prepare right in the pool. Everybody in the pool. I'm debating on the corn. I'm going to tell you, Mama, that just blew off there. I'm going to put a cup of whole kernel corn, which is going to be about a half a can. Now this is different than Mexican cornbread. This is whole kernel. Now what we discovered when I made the Mexican cornbread, when my mama made Mexican cornbread, is we didn't have any cream stuff. So I took a can of whole kernel, put it through the chopper, and add a little bit of cream and a little bit of sugar to it, and it tastes.
You drained the water too.
Huh?
You drained the water off of it, didn't you?
She said I drained the water off from it. Did I?
I can't remember.
We can't remember. You all have to look it up. I don't know if we did or not, Mama, to be honest with you. Did we? Okay. I don't know about the water, but I made cream style corn.
It was good, really good.
It was really good. Even Mama approved. Now I've got measuring spoons. Let's see if I can find a set. Mama, have you got measuring spoons in here?
I just got the little one over here.
Can you hand me? Maybe they're not in this drawer now.
You had them last.
Let's see what this. I got a long one here. All by itself, I can tell you. This is a half a teaspoon. So I'm gonna put a whole teaspoon of sugar. Now I don't normally fix sweetened cornbread, but normally Mexican cornbread we make out of Jiffy. So I'm putting that in there just for good measure, and I put a little bit of sugar in my pimento cheese. Next, I'm going to open this whole jar of pimentos. Now these look to be fairly chopped up. Let me see. Wait a moment. If they weren't chopped up good, I would chop them because I don't want them big old long pieces of pimento. So these look pretty well chopped up. So I'm just going to put a whole jar. Why do I keep calling it a can? It's clearly a jar. We save these little jars. She's got them up there hiding them. She want me to use her. She want me to use her measuring spoon. She had them hid over there. We save these little jars. Usually you can put something in them, or put nuts and bolts and screws and taps or something in them, and then we throw them away after a while.
We save them also, those little wax candle things on the cup warmers. Or
the wax warmers, you can put your wax in these and they'll fit right on top there. That works for us. So in here, let's review. It's 2 cups of cornmeal, 2 tablespoons of self-rising flour, a half a can of whole kernel corn, a heaping cup of onions, green and yellow, and a whole jar of pimento. See, I got it right that time. First time, the whole time I was talking. Ooh, sometimes the struggle is real. So, now, I'm going to take Duke's mayonnaise. I'm going to wipe this spoon off that I just used that pimento. It's clean. I ain't touched it. And it won't hurt the Dukes. Now, normally I wouldn't do this because I hate doing it. I hate putting mayonnaise in a measuring cup, then putting it in something else, because then I've got all that mayonnaise in that measuring cup. But I want y'all to know what I'm doing. And then I want to know what I'm doing too. The next time I make it, I probably won't measure nothing. I'll just say about a cup, about this. So, but at least this time we'll know.
Sugar, right?
I think, Mama, you think? I put a whole teaspoon.
I'm trying to clean up everything.
I put a whole teaspoon.
Well, that teaspoon, tablespoon.
So in goes a cup of Duke's mayonnaise. Now this is exactly about the way I'd make pimento cheese. Pimentos, mayonnaise, sugar, put it in there, and then of course what is left. Now I would not do this part for pimento cheese. I would not use well, I have in the past, but not hot. This was somewhere else. I'm going to put a cup of shredded cheddar right on top of that mayonnaise. And yes, this is fresh shredded cheddar right out of this bag. It just depends on how you qualify as fresh shredded. It ain't old. It's lazy shred, that's what I call it. I'm not going to fool with shredding it. Sometimes I will. I tell you what, it don't want to come out of here. Now this is another heaping, but there's air in there. That's a heaping cheddar. This is sharp cheddar. this is our store brand, and I'm putting it right in here. Now there's half a cup left in there. Look at that. Ooh, we ain't leaving that. We're getting all that.
I got this little in it.
What's that?
Spatula.
Oh, I didn't got this big in, Mama.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I've cleaned it out just clean as a whistle.
Oh,
No, nothing left behind. So let's review here. Mama, can you hand me the salt and pepper right there?
I sure can.
Let's review here what we got. I have got 2. I'm going to put a dash of pepper. Black pepper. And a dash of salt. But I have a teaspoon. Not half a teaspoon. 1/8 of a teaspoon of each. I've got 2 cups of cornmeal. 2 tablespoons of self-rising flour. A half a can of whole kernel corn. I've got a heaping cup of cheddar cheese. I've got a whole jar of pimentos. I've got a whole cup of mayonnaise in here. And a heaping cup of green onions and yellow onions combined. And that's the cornbread. Now let's mix this together. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix all these ingredients because I got that juice from the pimento. I've got that mayonnaise. I've got some liquid in here. So I'm going to mix this together. And then as I need liquid, I'm going to complete the process with buttermilk. And I'll try to tell you how much that is. Maybe I might just have to say as needed on it because it's going to be hard. And plus, well, I'll quit talking about it and we'll see how it turns out. Now see, this is mixing up pretty moist. I'm pulling up some fresh cornmeal there. Mama, what's your ratio on buttermilk? What would you think? Would you put, it's going to have some.
Oh, yeah.
So it has to be pretty liquidy, don't it? Mm-hmm. Now this, I know this is a dry measure. I know some of y'all probably want me to use a wet one, but I ain't gonna. This is whole cultured buttermilk, and I'm gonna start with a whole cup, and you can even put on your recipe there. He used a dry measure. I normally use the appropriate, and if you're baking some things, it really matters. And in cornbread, I don't think it really matters to me. Let's see what we have now. It's smelling good. Now, pimento, in case you're wondering, I guess y'all know. In case you're wondering, pimento is a pepper, just like Mexican cornbread. But we don't have any fresh peppers right now. If I had some of those little sweet ones that I use, I would definitely put a yellow, an orange one, and a red one in here for color. Because I would love that burst of color in my cornbread. But I don't have it. Mama, have you got hot grease?
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Now I'm going to put, Mama, could you get one of your fancy tablespoons you was hiding from me earlier and get us some bacon grease to put in here? I got it. She didn't know I had it.
Where's your bacon grease?
1 tablespoon, it says. Mama, I got you.
I hid it over there for you.
Would you put 1 tablespoon be enough for flavor?
I'd say more than enough, yeah.
Okay, 1 tablespoon of pure old bacon grease. Liquid Sunshine, and some of y'all said that you could buy it, and I looked it up, and you can buy it all kinds of places. Just like somebody said, Kroger has it. It's on the shelves, folks. Bacon grease has made it to the big time. It's not just a southern thing anymore. This is our little bacon thing. We keep bacon grease in it. Let me show you. We just take this lid off. It's got that rubber seal on it. Look, there's the... Mama fixed that just yesterday. I just want that little bit... Now, here's something else I would do different to this recipe. See, I haven't even made it yet, and I'm already changing it. One thing I would do is I would crumble up some bacon in here if I had some cooked already. But I'm not cooking bacon just for this. I will next time. I promise. But I'm going to give that a good stir. Get all that bacon grease where it needs to be. Get that dry meal on the bottom. Now, dry meal will just hang around in the bottom and laugh at you when you get ready to pour it in the pan if you ain't careful. You know what I'm talking about. You know who you are if you've ever had that happen before.
You need your pan now. I've got it ready.
I'm going to get your opinion first. Do you think it needs more buttermilk?
I'll have to see. This way.
Mama cooks by feel.
It's a little stiff, yeah.
It needs more buttermilk.
Yeah.
So how much you going to tell me to put in there?
About a half a cup.
About a half a cup, she said. I'm going to go back with her recipe. That way, if it messes up...
It's too stiff. You know, that's hard to stir.
I did what she says. That way, if it messes up, I can say, Mama, I guess that was wrong what you told me.
Oh, poor baby.
And that's what she'd say. Oh,
You
poor
threw
baby.
with the cheese, or did
Do better next time.
you put cheese in it?
I sure did.
See, I got everything put up.
Mama's done got everything put up. I'm surprised she didn't get this cornbread half baked before I even get it mixed.
I thought.
Don't think she wouldn't if I'd let go of it for a second. She said I done poured that in there and got it done. Mama, you better feel it again.
It's not feeling good.
I don't know.
It looks better.
It's loose now. It looks better.
Oh yeah, now you've got it.
It's good to go. Mama says it's good to go, and that was a cup and a half in a dry measuring cup of buttermilk. There it is, folks. And this is the consistency. I like to share that with you. See, look here. It's not ribbony. It's still firm, but it's really loose. I don't have no problem getting that spatula all the way to the bottom and pulling it up. There's no pullback on it. And I'm going to tell you, if you Mexican cornbread makers, just make it like the consistency you would your Mexican cornbread. Would you say, Mama?
Yeah.
Now this is a hot pan.
Okay, wash your hand, please.
This is a good hot pan of grease. Mama, what kind of grease you put in there?
Just vegetable oil so it wouldn't burn.
Vegetable oil.
I didn't use olive oil or nothing like that.
This is just whatever vegetable oil, whatever oil you want to use. Now watch this magic.
Watch yourself.
I'm going to try to pour this backwards and sideways, so if anything happens. You hear that? That's the magic of that hot pan. Now I'm going to tell y'all, I'm expecting great things from this pimento cheese cornbread. I'm expecting great things.
I'll give it a shake.
Alright, you shake, Mama.
Boy, you got a pan full. It'll come out.
We'll be eating that for a minute, won't we?
Smell
That'll be good with pork chops.
I smell the onion already when it hit that skillet.
Mama, I
You'll
can't
get
wait. Hand me that green rag right there and I'll wipe it.
Oh, there you go, sir.
Give you what?
The lid. And I'm gonna put
Oh, here's the dukes. I know what you're up to. Mama's clean. Let's see what y'all are up to. What are y'all eating today? Mama looking pretty today. Well, Mama does look pretty today, don't she?
I've been to church.
Jeannie Nichols, she does look pretty today. Pretty as a puppy in the window.
Oh, wow.
She ain't even wearing an apron. Mama, you just going freelance today. No apron, no nothing.
I'm not really cooking, you know.
She ain't really cooking. Well, you know, putting the pork chops in the Macro Pro, there's no worry about splatter. So, that is true. She's just boiling potatoes and they don't splatter, so she probably will be safe today. Oh, hey. Hey, Donna Gray. Hey, John. Mama from East Coast, Australia. Well, Donna Gray, welcome to
Well, hello.
welcome to Tennessee.
To poor little country people.
Good afternoon. Hey, Mama looks so pretty today. That cornbread looks good. Surely, I hope it is. I'll tell y'all the truth. If it's a gum and a mess, I'll tell you. Just don't waste your ingredients on this mess. But I've never made this before. Just something I just thought of, and I made it up. And I thought, I like to have some, it started out with the Vidalia onion cornbread, because I make it, and I really like it. And I thought, but I'd like to have the onion chopped up in it. And then I moved on to, well, I want cheddar cheese, and I love whole kernel corn in it. And I thought, you know, it's going to be kind of like a Mexican cornbread, but not quite. I think it's more like... Then as I thought, it'll have cheese and mayonnaise and pimentos and a little David sugar and a little bit of salt and pepper. It's just like pimento cheese cornbread. It's really what I'm wanting with a little bit of onion. So that's what I called it. We're grilling T-bones.
Oh, wow.
Angela, that sounds delicious. T-bones aren't my pick steak, but if you grill me one, I'll eat it. I love a good ribeye with that marbling in it. It's my favorite. I had sushi for lunch. Sharon Smith, I like sushi. Pull that lid off it, Mama. Now they've got to brown, but look, they're almost over halfway done.
Oh, yeah.
And how long has it been? 4 minutes?
6.
6 minutes. That's 6 minutes. Mama's gonna pour that grease up there, and then they'll brown.
That's not grease. It's water from the pork chops.
Well, that's what I mean. Whatever to come out of them, Mama. Grease, water, the liquid that come out of them. We drain that out. Now we love Van Camp pork and beans. Don't know what your favorite is. Everybody has their own. This is what our store carries, and it's what we've always had. Now, one thing I will tell you, I do this, and people probably look at me in the stores going, what is he doing? I shake them. If you hear that sloshing in there, you're going to get some good juicy pork and beans. If you don't, they may be them not so juicy ones. I like them good and juicy, so I give them a little bit of shake before I buy them. Yeah, people look at you funny, but I don't care. They look at you funny anyway. John and Mama, greetings from Fairfield, Illinois. Hey, Miss Nola. Nola's on here every time. Nola, thank you for being on here. She takes care of some of them trolls on there. I know I ain't supposed to say that T word, but I do anyway, because that's what I call them. Nola gives me a list, and she says, these people have not been acting too good, and those are the ones I have to take care of. And Nola, we really appreciate your help. Her, Nola, and Donna, and Maria, they all help us so good, and we appreciate them. All right, folks. Pork and beans is open, ready to go. The pork chops are about 3 minutes away, and the cornbread will be about 30 minutes away. So we may have to have cornbread after the fact. It's like an extra little something. Now look here, folks. I shook them, and you see, look how juicy. I like them good and juicy. I don't like them, I don't know what word to use. Thick. I'll use thick. I don't like them when they're thick in the can. I like them to be juicy. Here, I'll show you. Look here. I like it when they pour out and they're good, juicy pork and beans. Sometimes they have a whitish look to them and they're thicker. Y'all pork and bean users know what I'm talking about. Now, like I said, we normally don't have cornbread with our pork and beans. We normally stick to light bread, to be honest with you. There's Mama, if you can put that lid. Here, I'll give you these 2 beans I picked up. Why did I pick them up way over here when I could have put them back in that can? We usually use light bread, or we'll every once in a while we'll get real fancy. And we'll use croissants. Or rolls every once in a while. But most of the time we use light bread with pork chops. And see, that's all in it, Mama. Pork chops, light bread, mashed potatoes. That's our, that's a big knife. That's our usual get together is those things. But today I wanted that cornbread. And I said, Mama, you think it hurt if I make cornbread? And she said, well, no, it sounds good. Even Mama's interested in some pimento cheese cornbread, ain't you, Mama?
Yeah, I like homemade pimento cheese.
Now this won't taste nothing like pimento cheese. It just got the same ingredients. Was your cornmeal self-rising? Betty Sue Freeland, I think that was, is it White Lily cornbread mix?
It's 3 Rivers, that was.
This was 3 Rivers cornbread mix, so it's self-rising.
Yes.
It's self-rising. It wasn't just plain cornmeal. It was a mix, they call it. And that was 3 Rivers. You know, 3 Rivers used to be around. And my question is...
This is a new 3 Rivers.
My question is, is 3 Rivers, the old 3 Rivers back, or is somebody thought, I'll bring back 3 Rivers in? Because does it taste the same? Some of you hardcore 3 Rivers people from the South, is it different? Because I don't know. I don't know. Do you mean pimento? Joanne, what did I say? Somebody asked me, said, do I mean pimento? Joanne, did I not say pimento cheese? Whatever I said, I meant pimento. Can we post the recipe for the pimento cheese cornbread? Carol, I will post it, or Donna will post it. Donna is my recipe person, and the reason she does that is she's so good at it. Cornbread, pimento cheese, you just added it.
He just made it up.
I just made it up.
Well, I smiled.
And the reason I call it pimento cheese is all the ingredients of pimento cheese that we use are in it. Pimentos, sugar, mayonnaise, salt, pepper, and cheddar cheese. We use American cheese in the pimento cheese, but you can make cheddar cheese. So it's got all those ingredients in it, and it's got green onions in it, and it's got a little bit of yellow onion just to have that oniony flavor. But it wasn't a really strong one. How do you make homemade pork and beans? Rosemary, I don't know. I just get them. I let a bean camp do that. You could make them. I think it would just be. I think it would just be navy beans and probably, I would guess, navy beans and sugar.
These had a lot of water
and ketchup. What would you think, Mama?
Yeah, brown sugar.
Brown sugar, a little bit of brown sugar. We make our baked beans out of Van Camp pork and beans, but they're just navy beans. You could make them. I'm sure there's a recipe out there for homemade pork and beans. And the pork, I would just put bacon grease because I'd never find any more. Used to, they had pork in them, like a big chunk of pork. But now this can, it didn't have any of that. And the last few cans I've gotten, they don't have that. But you know, I'm glad because I always just dipped it out and throwed it away. But I would say just a little bit of bacon grease and some navy beans. And somebody know what the red sauce is in it? Is it ketchup? My mom always made beans buns with pork and beans. Beanie buns. What's that, Amy? What's a beanie bun? Never heard of pimento cheese cornbread. Ellen, I just made it up. Because I wanted pimentos in it, and I wanted cheese, and I wanted mayonnaise, and all that in it. So I'm thinking, I'm going to let you know what it tastes like. Those green onions in it will be good, and so will the yellow onion. And the whole kernel corn will just be a little sweet. And it'll just give it yellow color. It'll just be pretty, make it pretty. But I'm looking forward to trying it. I hope we can keep you all on here until it's done, so we can all try it together. The only thing about lives is you do have to stay a little longer if we do something in the oven like that. It takes a minute.
That cornbread's so thick, it's going to take more than a minute.
How long do you think it'll take, Mom?
I don't know, it's raisin.
Mama says it's raisin. Anyway, it'll be good when we get to it. Huh?
You can talk a breeze without...
Talk a what?
A breeze up before it gets done. You can talk a while.
Mama just told me I could talk a breeze, meaning wind, meaning I'm windy. Mama. I'm having torta, yummy. What is that? You may know, Torta. Is that torta? Cynthia Norris loved and used Three Rivers for years, but can't find it anymore. Cynthia, we have it at our Save-A-Lot. Sometimes. And I know Food Cities have it sometimes. I don't know if anywhere else that has it, but I wouldn't. And it's in the same package it used to be in, but I don't know if it's the same people making it. I never heard of Three Rivers, but some flour in cornmeal is getting hard to find. Yes, it is. And you know, I heard wampum biscuits are hard to find too. The little ones.
They won't know what you're saying.
Little canned biscuits, them little ones that comes in the little tubes. We use those for apple pies a lot of times. But now I heard we bought them in a while, but I heard they were getting hard to find. And someone said cream cheese was hard to find. Ellen Bond, that is because John just made from scratch his homemade. Yeah, Jay, that's my Jay Brooks. I just made that up. I do that all the time, and I've already got another one in my mind. That's the way my mind works. I've already got another cornbread recipe locked in up here. I'm thinking I could add. It'll just keep on going. How do you make pork and beans? Rosemary, did I tell y'all I made them? I didn't. I just opened up Van Camp. You're the second one to ask me, but I think I just opened up a can. But you could make them with navy beans. Mary, hi John and Mama. Mama is looking pretty like always. Well, Mama, you're looking pretty as always, she said.
Thank you. Thank her so much.
Thank you so much, she said. Bacon, northern beans, and brown sugar. Susan Stone, thank you. Bacon and northern beans and brown sugar is pork and beans. There you go, folks. Thank you, Miss Susan Stone. That is odd that the can doesn't have pork in it when it says pork and beans. Jennifer, it never did have like a streak of lean or anything in it. It just had a white chunk of pork fat in it. And it's called pork and beans, but it's got bacon flavoring in it. So it don't have...
Use those done. I ain't done on the other side.
Does look good, Mama. Looks delicious. Yep, turn your lid on there. So I never have opened up a can that had any meat in it, like pork, but I've had that little white chunk of fat. Y'all know what I'm talking about? You always just dip it out and put it in the can and throw it away. Now, some other brands may, but that's what Van Camp's has had for years. I use Three Rivers or White Lily cornmeal. We use White Lily or Three Rivers as well, Sherry.
And sometimes we have to get Martha White, which is good too. In the cornmeal mix, not...
Mama gets Martha White cornbread mix, but we always use White Lily flour.
Oh, yeah.
Use northern beans to make baked beans. Yes, Hilda, we do. We use Van Camp pork and beans, and we put brown sugar, we put mustard, we put onions, we put a little seasonings in it, and Mama always puts a little bacon grease in it. Makes it so good. Let's know how it will taste. Bet it's good. Katie, I will certainly tell y'all. And we have never lied to y'all about anything we made. We always try to make sure that we tell you the truth. Somebody's posted a link on here. Sammy, if you don't care, just take that off, or we'll have to take it off. We don't do any links. We don't approve any links or anything on here. So just take that off, please, or we'll take it off. I don't even know what it's for. Even if it's a recipe or something, I don't know what it is really for. Okay, I took it off. Yeah, don't post links or anything, because I don't want anybody thinking, oh, John and Mama had this link, but no, it's not us. Gas is too high, Leah. Yeah, it is. Gas is almost $5 a gallon here. Hello, John and Mama. You can always do recipes when you are craving something. Love y'all. Betty, you can. If you want something, you got a flavor for something, you can always do it. Someone told us the other day, and I was thinking about it last night, they do Mexican cornbread with some kind of sausage in it, and it sounded good. So I may look into that. I'm thinking too about doing cornbread. Now hold on to your hat. I'm thinking about, would it not be good to do cornbread with hot dogs chopped up in it? Mama, it's a corn dog. It's a corn dog bread.
Corn dog bread.
I love corn dogs, but would that not be good? Mama said, ooh. But Mama, it's a corn dog. You like corn dogs, don't you?
Some of the little bitty.
Mama's strict. I think a corn dog bread would be good. Mama's looking at me like I'm embarrassing the whole family. If I decide to make it, I'll show. I made them one time in muffin tins and put a piece of weenie in it and the Jiffy cornbread mix. Y'all remember that? I said I wouldn't do it again because it wasn't worth the trouble. But I decided later I would have if I had chopped the weenies up and poured them in muffin tins. But I just stuck them. It showed just to stick a weenie down in the middle. There was too much cornbread ratio to weenie that way. But if you chopped your weenies up, put them in that Jiffy mix, poured them in a muffin tin, I think you and your kids would like that. Because I liked it that way. I just had a little bit too much cornbread, for just the one weenie. So I think if you chopped them up, it would be better. This may be crazy, but I like to put a dab of mayo in my pork and beans. No, Teresa, that don't sound crazy. My dad loved mayo in his soup beans. Pimento cheese cornbread been around for... Oh, has it?
Oh, my.
Tony Spencer, you don't mean to tell me. Pimento cheese cornbread? I reinvented it and didn't even know it had been invented the first time?
Oh, Lord.
Well, Tony, give me that recipe. Maybe I can join it with mine. I'm not going to sell it or nothing. It don't matter, but I'm not doing a patent on it. I'm sharing it with y'all. If you got a pimento cheese cornbread recipe, put it on here, Tony, and we'll all try it. Is it different than mine? I bet theirs don't have corn in it. Because that was just something I added. Hello from North Carolina. Sandy, how are you? Pork chops and green beans with new taters. That's what you're having, Debbie McCoy? I think that sounds good. Where'd you get your new potatoes? Have you got new potatoes in your area already?
Yeah, the stores.
London, Kentucky. Christina Miller. But Middlesboro, Kentucky has Three Rivers at Food City. Okay, there you go. You people up around Middlesboro. Christina said, London, we can't get it in London, Kentucky, but Middlesboro has it. London don't have it, Middlesboro does. Thank you, Christina, for sharing that. Christina Miller is just our neighbor to the north. Not far. We go to London. Christina, you've heard me tell this before, but every time I hear London, I always think of that was a vacation destination for me every summer with my dad, because we always come to London to the stock market. And I loved it. I couldn't come when school was in. He would go without me. But I knew when I was off school in the summer, I got to go to London every Tuesday. Is it cold there today? It is 57. So Mama would say yes. I would say I like it. It's close to 60. 2 o'clock at 57 is a little chilly for us. Now, it'll probably be, the highest temperature will probably be around another hour from now, or 4. We get our highs usually around then. But 57 is a little cool, but it's still early. It's still April. We're still right there in the beginning of spring. Mama, here's your evaporated milk for them taters. You all want to watch Mama? I have talked. Mama, come over here and show them how you
can do it. Finish it up. Because I've got a nice. I just don't have the cream.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna get
Mama
this.
said, I ain't coming over there. You can just do it. Here you go. Okay, so I'm going to cream these potatoes. Mama's already mashed them. She's already got salt and pepper in them.
Yeah.
So all we have, you put butter?
Yeah. Let's put butter.
Mama's got them done, basically. I'm going to put a little bit of evaporated milk or cream. This is evaporated canned milk. Evaporated milk, great value. The big store brand. And I'm just going to put this, we call it cream. Some of y'all call it cream too, because you have told me so. And I don't want to overwork them. You know, some of y'all think they have to be lumpless and perfectly smooth. Well, that may be good. We don't do that. We just give them a good mashing, give them a good stirring. Now, see how they're a little looser than you would want to serve them? That's fine, because they're going to stiffen up really quick, because you've released some starches in there.
Okay, I'm going to come with this cornbread.
Is it done, Mom?
It's brown on top.
Mama says cornbread's done. Brown, ready to go, and we're going to try it out. Oh, Mama. Even if I have to say so myself, that is purty. Look at that. That is purty cornbread, Mama. Here's your cream.
Well, I'm just going to check the top of it. Nope.
It's not done in the middle, is it, Mama?
No, it's too thick. It's what I was afraid of when I
So you're going to put it back in there.
It's going to have to go back in there or you'll eat raw cornbread.
And you going to put some aluminum foil on top of it or something?
I can.
I don't want it to get too dark. Did you see that? That was not a clean knife, is what they call it. Oh, it was clean when Mama stuck it in there. It just wasn't clean when it came out.
You see that, can't you?
It wasn't clean when it came out. That means that that's uncooked cornbread on there. See? So you want a clean knife or clean skewer or whatever you're sticking in there. You don't want it to be unclean. If you should have slid that in there and it came out just, a little crumb or something would be all right, then that would be okay. But you want it not to be liquid. It's a little thick. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a little thick, that cornbread. Now, I've got those a little, like I said, a little loose. But they will, see, they're already holding now. See how they went from being real loose to they'll hold a good. Time Mama gets over here, sit down to eat, we bless the food.
We may have to wait on the cornbread.
Then these will be done. These will be stiffened back up. They're already done. And I'm going to get a spoon for it.
Right here, you're getting a spoon for that.
Spoon for the potatoes.
Oh.
See, now look, you can't see because I ain't watching this other. See, they're already good and firm. So you want them to be a little looser when you're mixing them, because when you come and get them on the table, we leave them in the pot to keep them hot. Unless, as Mama says, we're putting on hours for the company. And sometimes we put on hours for the company, Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't act like you don't. Don't sit there and act like you don't do it too. You get out the good. You get out the good silver. You get out the good plates. Put up everything in a bowl and have everything all nice and neat for them. And you have your water glasses on the table. But when it's just family, you just sit around like we do and eat right out of the kettle if you can, because it keeps it hotter. Everything, not like the pork and beans. We don't just sit and eat them out of the can. But in the corn, we put it. But like, when you're doing mashed potatoes, you can leave it in that kettle that you fixed it in, and it's going to stay hotter for your meal, which that's what the whole thing is all about. Now I'm going to show you these pork chops. Brown and brown, that's where we like them. Look at that. Delicious brown pork chop. Mama, you put your napkin on your plate.
I had to move it by showing that corn.
Well, I ain't never seen you beat my whole life.
What you do, put my pork
I tried, but I caught myself. I caught myself, Mama. Now, I know my mama loves mashed potatoes. And I know she ain't gonna holler. That's too much on them. Now, when you get to the corn, you better be careful, because she may holler a little bit about that, because it is a vegetable.
The corn, I just fixed it because it was half of a
can.
Half of a can, and I didn't see no sense of putting it up with.
I know how you do, Mama. Normally, I wouldn't have left a half a can, but I didn't want to, overcorn my cornbread. Cornbread ought to have some corn in it.
It ain't nothing but corn, ground up corn.
Ground up corn. One thing about those pork chops, listen to me. One thing about that cornbread, it don't have as long to go as it already has had. So we will probably get to show y'all a little bit, because we're going to eat a bit here. Mama, you're going to need a knife.
Oh.
In case you don't have one.
You want one? Better.
Yeah, probably. Probably, Mama. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what are y'all into today? Anybody eating anything different? I froze y'all up. Ooh, I froze y'all really up.
Wow.
I stopped it.
Oh, I got your water over here for me.
It says, I see sweet Maggie. She knows it's time to eat. Yes, Maggie will be right here for eating. Little sweet Maggie. It says, try baked beans with brown sugar and Coca-Cola. Bacon on top. baked at 400 until, well, that sounds good. BLT sandwiches. We didn't ever have them. We never did get them BLTs, Mama, we was talking about.
I know it. We had worked and had company, and
We didn't do it.
we just never did have.
And we didn't come back and cook. We didn't cook without y'all last night. We worked.
We just didn't eat.
Mama had that garage. She laid me enough of stuff aside. Took a while. And we just, we went, let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this meal. We thank you for these precious hands that prepared it. Dear Lord, we just thank you for your love and your mercy and your grace. And Lord, we just ask you to be with each and every prayer request, those that are both written and spoken and unspoken, dear Lord. Be with each one of them. Watch over us. Lead and guide us in your will and your glory. Amen.
Amen.
No, we didn't cook without y'all. We had breakfast yesterday morning, and we never did have lunch. Did we?
I don't know what we had. We didn't have nothing.
We never did have lunch. Mama wouldn't even let me have lunch. And then last night, it was late, and I come in, and Mama, did you eat something?
I ate one of those little pies things that I shouldn't have ate. That was it.
She had a pie for supper. I had leftover spaghetti. And that was it, because we was tired. Spaghetti, garden salad, and garlic toast. That sounds good. That's for lunch today, Beverly. I had that last night, but it still sounds awfully good. It says from New Hope, Alabama. Hey, Mary from New Hope, Alabama. How are you doing? Hey, Diana Knox. I'm eating boiled peanuts. You know, I have never tried boiled peanuts. I hear some people like them, some people don't. Did I miss the remodel? Karen. I don't know. Did we have one? Karen Garrett Pearl. Karen, you talking about the cabinets? We just had some extra cabinets moved. Is that the remodel? We did show those once, and we can show them again sometime. Hey, Mama. How do you get a 1?
How do I get a 1?
I don't know what that word is. A 1, I think it says, out of a tree. It says our Maggie. Is that what you meant to say, Susie? You'll have to clarify on that. A one-arm Aggie out of a tree. It says I can't see the rest of it, just in. So I'll probably have to have some clarification. Hey, Teresa Wilson, taco salad, taco chili, and snickerdoodle apple dessert with ice cream. Teresa, I like all that. Having homemade vegetable soup with sourdough bread shared. That's one thing John and Mama from Glen Rose, Texas. Nancy, thank you. That's one thing I'd like to get back into is making some homemade breads. I used to make homemade bread years and years ago. I made it in high school as a project in high school for a class. And once I learned how to make it, then I made it for several years. And then I just quit making it. And now it's been so long, I don't remember how to make it. I'll have to. Folks, we went away for a long time. We're back. Hope y'all got back with us. Sorry about that. Okay, Mama's checking the bread. It's time to eat. See, now the difference in the bread check is that over here, not a speck. There you go, Mama. Flip it. Is it too heavy for you?
I'm going to try it, so.
Ooh-wee, that's pretty. Folks, look at that cornbread. Folks, we're back, but we've not been having any trouble. And now here it's going to start showing itself right here on Sunday. We'll hurry up. So here is the cornbread. Now let's cut us a slice before y'all dash off again. I don't know what's going on. It might be something local and it might be something here. I don't know, but it hadn't been doing it. So I'm going to very quickly get into this cornbread. Mama, I don't really have no way of showing them.
You need a spatula.
Well, or something just to put it on. Here, I'll use this lid. It'll be fine.
Maybe too moist.
It is moist. Now, it's moist and it's falling apart, but once you let it cool, this is literally straight out of the oven. But once you let it cool, you'd have a better result on getting it out. But that's the inside of it. You can see the cheese. You can see the pimento. You can see those green onions. It's done. Now let's take a little taste of it. And I'll tell you honestly, but you know, before, and this is a lid to a bowl. It was here. It was quick. It smells so good. And I'm going to let Mama take a taste so she can tell y'all what she thinks of it. I ain't gonna say a word. Mama, they can't see you. And they'll know your face will tell the truth.
It's a whole lot like Mexican cornbread.
It is. That's what I was thinking too.
It's just not as sweet. It's more of a
Right.
like a cornbread.
But the mayonnaise in it made it moist. The cheese, the corn. It's a milder version of Mexican cornbread, basically, isn't it? I can taste the onion in it, though.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to say it's a good one. I do taste the onion in it. I taste that green onion. Taste that yellow onion, too. You can, I guess, the flavors are a little more individualized.
Yeah.
It don't taste like pimento cheese. But I do taste the onion, and I do taste the little bit of sweetness that's in it. I'm going to show you a piece of it here. But see that green onion? I can taste that good green onion. I taste that pimento. Well, I don't know if I taste the pimento, but I taste the pepper of some kind. I like it.
Yeah, it's good.
You want to taste another taste?
Yeah, I'll just take this little piece to eat then.
Mama says taste it. I'm taking it.
Take that little piece to eat.
That's a Tupperware lid. But it could be a nice saucer. Look at it.
It'd hold the cornbread good.
It held the cornbread. Folks, it's good. Very similar to Mexican cornbread. I like the Vidalia onion cornbread better, I believe. When it's got all the Vidalia onions on here. But yeah, I'll make it again. We'll make it again. We'll change it up. But it's good. Tony, send me that recipe for the one you know about.
The original one.
The original. There might be some little ingredient that I said, oh, that made it perfect. Mom, if you'll move your water.
I'll set it over here on this pad. I got the spoon in under my hand.
Folks, we're going to say, y'all have a great day. Do you something fun today. Get with the family. Make some memories. Find you something good to eat. And we'll be back. I don't know if we'll be back today or not. It's untelling. If we get into something else, we will come back. But if not, we will see you soon. And you all have a great day. Enjoy. I froze y'all up again. Thank y'all for sticking with us through 2 outages there today. Well, let's just hope that don't start back up. Mama, what you got to say today?
I don't know. Just be happy and enjoy life. And God bless you. Is always all I got to say.
And laugh a little bit.
Life. Life a lot. It's fun to life.
Vidalia onion cornbread. We'll try that, Angela. I made it before, but I'll gladly make it again. Sounds wonderful, and we love it. This is good. I'm going to say it's a keeper. I like the ingredients we put in it. What I would like in it, Mama probably would like, but she'll say she won't. I would get to have some jalapenos in it. Now, Mama asks Look, she don't like it. The jalapenos. But now, I've got a friend who makes it, and Mama loves hers. Miss Kim, she makes it with the pickled jalapenos, and Mama likes hers. Don't you, Mama?
I need a little of them. I just
See, here she comes. She's coming around. Y'all have a great day. Say goodbye, Mama.
Goodbye, Mama. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.